What I want to say is this, and I'm coming near the end. I think I can say God showed me about 2 or 3 weeks ago that most men will never be what they could be or should be if their wives don't trust them. The mistrust of a wife is such a tremendous negative pressure that 90% of men will never rise above it. Now, there are a few giants like John Wesley who rose above the fact that his wife even dragged him around the house by his hair. But the average man is not a John Wesley. And what I'm saying to you ladies is this: if you ever want your husband to be what you're dreaming he should be and praying he should be, there's one more thing you've got to do: trust him. Oh, I've said this to a few ladies. They said, "You don't know my husband." No, I don't. But I do know God's condition. But friends, it's got to go further. You've got to trust your husband. Now, you may not like me, and I may be wrong. Though I like to quote Bob Mumford when he said, "How can I help it if I'm right?" I always quote him at that point because it makes me sound humble. But my personal conclusion is, as of today, and not excluding the wonderful state of Georgia, the majority of American women do not trust American men. And I think that's one of the deep, basic problems of this nation. Now, I could talk to many of you, and you could give me 15 good reasons why American males are not to be trusted. And probably I wouldn't disagree with a single reason. But nevertheless, if you want a full, complete life, you're going to have to trust your husband. I'll tell you this: many of the wives here tonight are not really satisfied with their husband. You don't have to put your hand up. Some of you are not satisfied with them as husbands, period. They don't do the right thing, they don't love you, they don't bring you flowers on your birthday, they forget your anniversary, and a lot more intimate things than that. But others of you are not satisfied with your husband's spirituality. That's probably the condition of the majority of spirit-baptized women in this room here tonight. Because I've met multitudes of you. I mean, I've been meeting you for 12 years. I almost know what you're going to say. And you know what always tickles me with American couples is, along comes the woman with the husband in tow, and he says, "Please, Mr. Prince, this is my husband. He's got so-and-so." And I say, "Doesn't the man speak? Do you have to interpret for him?" Well, I mean, that I must have happened to me a dozen times. So, friend, the only thing that's going to lift people is trusting. Parents, you're going to have to trust your children. Wives, you're going to have to trust your husband.